2026 isn't just another season in golf. It's a year of crossroads, unfinished business, and new beginnings for some of the biggest players in the sport. From Scottie Scheffler chasing the rarest accomplishment in modern golf, to Rory McIlroy stepping into a chapter he's waited a decade to reach, to Bryson, Hovland, Spieth, Cantlay, Morikawa, and Fleetwood, all playing for something different, yet equally defining. These are the New Year's resolutions that will shape the 2026 golf season. For Scottie Scheffler, 2026 isn't just another year. It's the year he can complete the career Grand Slam at the US Open. Scheffler's rise over the last few seasons has defied belief. Tournament after tournament, his consistency feels almost mechanical. Elite irons, elite driving, elite control. The only question ever raised is the putter. But this year, the stakes are higher. Scottie enters with 3 legs of the Slam already secured. One more, and he joins one of the rarest clubs in golf history. And what makes this moment so fascinating is that Scheffler doesn't need reinvention. He doesn't need swing changes. He doesn't need to change form. He just needs to trust that his baseline golf, the golf that he brings every single week, is good enough. This season is about embracing the opportunity without letting it smother him. Because the Grand Slam isn't something you force. It's something that happens when preparation, patience, and timing align. And for a player who has rewritten what consistency looks like in modern golf, the Slam feels less like a dream and more like something that's inevitable. After finally winning the Masters in 2025 and completing the career Grand Slam, Rory McIlroy enters 2026 lighter than he's been in more than a decade. Free from the drought, free from questions, free from the narrative that chased him into every major. And with that freedom comes a new resolution. Find out what he wants from golf. Rory has given everything to the sport. He's been a leader, a voice, a critic, and a face of the PGA Tour through one of the most chaotic eras in its history. Now that the weight of Augusta is gone, the expectations shift. Does he want to try to chase down 5, 6, maybe 7 majors? Does he become the figure that finally bridges LIV and the PGA Tour? Can he do both? 2025 wasn't a final chapter. It was a breakthrough. A confirmation that the ball striking never left, the brilliance never left, and the ceiling never moved. So 2026 becomes the year McIlroy decides what legacy he wants beyond the Grand Slam, and how high he can climb now that nothing stands in his way. For Bryson DeChambeau, the 2026 season arrives with unfinished business. He's been close, painfully close. The Sunday charges, the near misses, the tournaments where his power and creativity put him within inches of another major. And that's why his resolution is simple: win the Open. Bryson is one of the most unique figures in modern golf. A scientist, a showman, a power hitter, a disruptor, and a full-blown digital creator who lets millions watch his preparation. But with everything swirling around him, the analytics, the content, the distance, the one thing he didn't find last year was major championship magic. Winning the Open wouldn't just showcase the shots that won him the US Open, it proved that he can dominate on any course, in any country, in any condition. He doesn't need to hit it harder, he doesn't need new equipment, he doesn't need new analytics, he needs one locked-in week where the patience matches the power. One week where the numbers add up, the driver behaves, and the moments don't slip away. And in 2026, he's closer than people realize. Jordan Spieth enters the 2026 season in a unique position. The early career dominance is long in the past, but the ability to contend is still very much alive. His resolution is clear: steady the driver, but not the emotions. When Spieth's driver is stable, he competes. When it isn't, he's scrambling from the opening hole. And yet the emotion, the energy, the fire, the chaos is also what fuels him. It's part superpower, part kryptonite. Spieth doesn't need a swing rebuild. He doesn't need to chase distance. He needs a foundation that keeps the floor high enough for the magic to reappear. A stable Spieth is a dangerous Spieth. And if he gets himself to Sunday with a chance, that 3-time major champion instinct still kicks in. For Jordan Spieth, 2026 can be about greatness. Let us not forget, he's only one PGA championship away from completing the career Grand Slam. And to do that, it's all about consistency. Eliminate the chaos just enough and let the magic take over again. For Viktor Hovland, 2026 feels like a crossroads. Not because he's struggling, but because he's shown us a ceiling higher than almost anyone in golf. When he's locked in, he doesn't just contend, he suffocates the field. But 2025 was uneven. Some swing tweaks, some inconsistency, and the rhythm he once owned slipped in and out. His resolution is simple: bring the peak version of Victor Hovland back and have a multi-win season. Not occasionally, consistently, especially in the majors. Hovland doesn't need a reinvention, he needs rhythm, because when he finds it, he becomes one of the most complete players in the world of golf. Elite off the tee, sharp around the greens, confident under pressure. He's already shown us what his ceiling looks like. Now 2026 is all about reaching it more than once and turning the flashes into a multi-win season. For Patrick Cantlay, the 2026 season feels overdue. He has the numbers, he has the consistency, he has a resume of a player who should already own career-defining victories. But the one thing missing is the breakthrough, which is why his resolution for 2026 is winning the Players' Championship. What he needs is the moment, the Sunday where he chooses aggression instead of patience, the week where smart golf becomes bold golf at exactly the right time. A win at the Players wouldn't just give him a career landmark, it would be the key that unlocks that major season he's been waiting for. For Collin Morikawa, 2025 looked like a season of close calls. Beautiful golf through Saturday, only for the narrative to slip away on Sunday. But beneath the surface, Morikawa was pushing back. His resolution for 2026: reclaim the finisher within him. Just rediscover the player who hits the fairway under pressure, who hits the iron shots others avoid, who reads the moment instead of fearing it. One win can break the seal. And once it does, Morikawa's ceiling, the one that won 2 majors early, is still very much intact. And finally, Tommy Fleetwood. 2025 was a breakthrough he'd been waiting for. The first win on US soil. It wasn't just a victory, it was a release. A moment that confirmed everything the golf world had already believed about him. Now, 2026 becomes the year to transform that moment into momentum. Fleetwood's resolution: make winning a pattern, not a moment. He's too talented, too consistent, too polished to let 2025 stand alone. The mission is to contend more in majors, convert more Sunday chances, and build a season that reflects the player he already is. Because now the barrier is gone. There's no ceiling on what comes next. These are the resolutions that can define the 2026 golf season for these players. Some are about legacy, some are about redemption, some are about unlocking something that's been there all along. One thing is for certain, 2026 won't be another year. It'll be a year where the sport shifts, one breakthrough, one redemption arc, one defining moment at a time. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. And if I should do more New Year's resolutions, comment below what players you guys want to see next. And until next time, take it easy.